in her hand. She did not flinch. She reached into the bag and said softly, "That was for me. Now give something for the children." The man's face broke. He lowered his eyes. He filled the bag with rice. That day the street saw something strange and very strong. Not revenge, not anger mercy. Mother Teresa lived like that, simple, direct, brave, and her lesson tonight is simple too. Do this mercy before you sleep. Bless one person by name, the one who hurt you, or the one you forgot. You whisper their name and say, "Peace be with you." Ooh, you do not need perfect feelings, only a willing heart. Try it tonight and see what happens in your home. Let's walk with her for a while. Calcutta was hot, crowded, loud, but when she walked, people fell into a hush. But because she made space for the person in front of her. One face, one story, one pain. She used to say, "Peace begins with a smile." Think about that. Not last, not a speech, a smile. The smallest door, opening a whole house. Why does blessing a person by name matter so much? Because names are doors. When you speak a name with love, you open a door for peace to enter. In the Gospel, Jesus calls people by name: Mary, Zacchaeus, Lazarus. Names are not labels. They are invitations. Mother Teresa believed every person carried a secret thirst inside. On the walls of her chapels, 2 words were written: "I thirst." Those words are Jesus speaking to each of us. I thirst for you. I thirst for your love. I thirst for your love for one another. A story brought a man from the street to the home for the dying. He was covered in sores and pain. He had been thrown away like trash. Clean water, bandages, a soft bed, then silence. He whispered, "Sister, all my life I lived like an animal in the street. But I am going to die like an angel, loved and cared for." Mother Teresa called that a beautiful death, but because love transformed it, the love changed the air in the room. Love brought peace where there was despair. Tonight we bring that same love into our own rooms. One step, one person, bless them by name. You might say, "But I don't feel like it." Good mercy is not a mood, it is a decision. She said, "God has not called me to be successful. He has called me to be faithful." Faithful looks like this, a small prayer in the quiet, given with great love. Another night in the slums, a volunteer carried a bag of rice to a starving family. The mother took half, then left quickly. Where did she go? She went next door. The neighbors were hungry too. Different faith, same hunger. Mother Teresa smiled when she heard. She used to say, "If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other." Belonging turns my need into our prayer. Your blessing tonight will do the same. It will say, "We belong to one another." What is this blessing? Simple words. Speak them aloud if you can, or whisper them in your heart. Picture the person's face, say their name, then say slowly, "May God bless you. May peace rest on you. May your heart find light." That's it. No arguments, no explanations, just a gift. Do you feel resistance rising? Good. Place it gently in God's hands. Mother Teresa believed in the power of hands, hands that hold, hands that pray. Tonight your hands can stay still, your voice can carry the love. When asked how to create peace in the world, she said, "Go home and love your family." Not because the world is small, but because love must begin at the nearest door. Did we dream of great changes? She taught us to do small things with great love. A cup of water, a folded blanket. When the small is soaked in love, it becomes immense. Maybe you carry a wound from someone in your own house, a sharp word, an old betrayal. You don't know how to forgive. Forgiveness can feel impossible. But listen to her. It is not how much we do, but how much love we put into the doing. One blessing by name, not because they deserve it. Cheese and freedom. Mercy is freedom. Once, a man insulted her as she begged for bread for the poor. He cursed her in public. She nodded and kept asking calmly, not defending herself. Why? Because the goal was not to win a fight. The goal was to feed the hungry. "We are not social workers," she said. "We are contemplatives in the heart of the world, for we touch the body of Christ in the poor." Mercy is practical. It feeds, it heals, it keeps its gaze on the goal of. So what will this mercy do in your home tonight? It will change the atmosphere. It will release something heavy from your chest. You cannot bless and curse at the same time. The blessing disarms the anger. It may not fix the relationship in one night, but it will open a window. And when you open a window, new air comes in. That is peace. Try it this way. Before bed, dim the light. Sit at the edge of your bed. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly and picture the person. Say their name. If no name comes, start. Achi. Home? Bless the one you live with. Bless the one you struggle with. Bless the neighbor whose door you pass, the coworker you avoid, the friend you miss. Then say, "Peace be with you." That's all. If tears come, let them come. Tisilita, if nothing comes, let the silence be your gift. Silence can carry love too. Sometimes she found people who were materially rich but so lonely they were starving inside. They'd be unwanted, unloved, uncared for. You can cure that disease tonight with a small dose of love. A text that says, "I'm thinking of you." A note on the kitchen table. "I am grateful for you." A smile in the hallway. Peace begins with a smile. That line is not cute. It is tactical. Smiles disarm. Soften, open, they say, "I see you. I am not your enemy. I am your sister. I am your brother. Mercy is not weakness. Mercy has spine. Humility is not bending to abuse. It is standing in truth without pride. Mother Teresa stood before kings and presidents with the same eyes she had for the poor. She did not beg for approval, to be fed, for the homeless to be sheltered, for the unwanted child to be welcomed. She believed every life carries a blazing worth. Each one of them is Jesus in disguise. That is why blessing by name matters. You are speaking to a person who is more than their worst moment. When she received the Nobel Peace Prize, she was asked, "What can we do to promote world peace?" She said again, "Go home and love your family. Find your own Calcutta. Your Calcutta is the street you live on, to the kitchen table where arguments happen, the little office where people hide their tears. Find it, love it. Bring peace into it with the smallest act." So before we go on, tell me in the comments who is one person you will quietly bless by name tonight. If this gentle practice is speaking to you, tap like and consider subscribing so we can keep walking these small steps of love together. Now, a deeper layer. The two words on her chapel wall, "I thirst." She said Jesus' cry from the cross was not only about water, it was about love. He thirsts for you, and he thirsts for your love for one another. That means your blessing tonight is not only your idea, it is an answer to someone who is calling. When you say, "May peace be with you," you are pouring water on a thirst that has burned for years. Are you afraid it won't work? We are not called to be successful, but faithful. Your blessing is not a spell, it is a seed. Seeds do not shout when they enter the earth. They disappear, then they rise. Trust the slow work of love. Tomorrow you might feel lighter, or nothing may feel different. Keep going. Every night this week, bless one person by name. Don't repeat names until you need to. Let your home become a garden of blessed names. Over time, watch what happens to your room, your voice. Peace will begin to live there. There was another story. A young sister felt overwhelmed by the door, by the endless needs, by the smell of sickness and the sound of flies. She confessed her fear. Mother Teresa took her hand and said, "Juana Chiachimi, you are not called to love the many in the abstract. You are called to love the one in front of you, is the one you bring into your mind by name, one at a time. Here is a tender help if your heart is hard. Place a glass of water by your bed. Before you sleep, look at it and whisper, 'I thirst of God for you.' Remember the thirst of the lonely. Then speak the blessing by name. The small sign will anchor you in the practice. You may fail some nights. Begin again. Begin again. Begin again. Every day in the morning mercy continues. If you can, Do one hidden act of kindness for the person you blessed. Something simple. Fold their sweater. Send that message. If they are far away, say their name again and ask for light to reach them. That is all. Mercy has a way of multiplying. Sketch, it can start from a whisper at night and bloom. And if you ask, what about justice? Mercy and justice are not enemies. Mercy is justice soaked in love. It is the courage to do what is right without poisoning your heart. She confronted systems, but she never let those systems make her bitter. She kept her eyes on the person. The problem, you may be thinking of a wound so deep that the name itself hurts. If that is your night, bless someone else first. Build the muscle of mercy. Then, when you are ready, bring the hard name into the light. You do not have to feel tenderness. You do not have to write a letter. You simply say, "Peace be with you." You release them into God's hands. You release yourself from the grip of resentment. This is not pretending. Freedom, one seed at a time. I want you to hear her voice again, gentle and firm. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier because you chose to bless them by name. You are opening a door. You are becoming a home for peace. And if your home is stormy right now, finances tight, tempers sharp, sleep broken, then this practice is especially for you. Peace does not arrive with trumpets, it slips in through the small doors we open. Today, that door is a name. Speak it with love. Say the blessing. To bed death. Ongazo Mother Teresa walked through alleys that smelled of death and found life. She took hands that shook with fever and found calm. She held tiny babies left in boxes and found joy. She moved slowly, listened deeply, and loved stubbornly. That is what you are doing tonight in your room with one name. You are choosing stubborn love. You are refusing to let darkness have the last word. Before we close, try it once with me. Close your eyes, picture the person, speak their name in a soft voice. Now say, "May God bless you. May peace rest on you. May your heart find light. Breathe, let the words float. You have done enough for tonight. Tomorrow will bring its own steps. For now, receive this blessing back upon you. May peace enter your home. May your words be gentle. May your sleep be deep. And may every small act of love you give become a light for someone who needs it. Remember, peace begins with a smile. Start there, end there. And tonight, let mercy flood your home.